All right, welcome back to Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes. Old Rolling Green's going to be up front and say this. Vivo hosting, there's a good chance it doesn't get through. It's going to end up on Patreon. Hey, Patreon, if it's over here, hopefully we got it out for everyone and we can sit and smoke one in the back alley and I'll check it out anyways. I had to see it because of the whole. I literally brought up the Limp Bizkit Woodstock conspiracy theory that's getting thrown around with the Billy Corrigan and that Charlie Bella, not no, dude from I think it's drummer from Anthrax maybe, I can't remember. So forget, don't quote me there. The new metal having to be basically squashed because those white boys were getting too rambunctious. They wanted to fuck shit up. They just wanted to break shit. Who knew? And that shit was going to happen, that everything sucks and everything's fucked up. That kind of deal. Now, because I'm a big Upchurch guy. Upchurch, I loved MGK. My honey, is that Tears in the Rain? I think she plays that all the time. She loves that track. I think it's very good. I think there's, because this channel is mostly, it looks like music reactions, but mostly it's conspiracy theory and current events. Hey, and the girlfriend and the blood ritual stuff. We're in a gray area here. I definitely, we got this whole thing going on still, and don't care for any Luciferian tendencies. Agree that they're everywhere, but if that all is true to that side, then their enemy and my Lord and Savior must be true too. So I'm just saying, I picked a different side than the crazy cultists. Now, that has nothing to do with music, and I'm curious because we're gonna do a music rock. Was it rock feed? MGK just exposed Yungblud on Fix Your Face, and I'm so curious what all this has to do with. So, as I don't know. I wasn't a Yungblud fan. It was all right. It's more like it's too hyped for what it actually is, in my opinion. And I'll give MGK and both and Durst some credit. They paved their own path. MGK kind of weird though. I don't know. I don't understand all this thing. I'm gonna be fair, boy. And if that upsets you, you should not go on. Because I don't put anybody on a pedestal. Nobody is so awesome that they get instant approval and worship. Ever. Doesn't mean it ain't gonna be a fucking banger.
That's right, motherfucker! Yeah! Bring it on! Shut the fuck up! Get up!
Maybe.
You got that
right! I like it already. I'm not gonna STF you. Not gonna do it. Possibly Rollen wrecks your favorite song. Hey, have you never heard MGK's Fix Your Face featuring Fred Durst? Now's a good time to go listen to it. Link down in the description. Go support your favorite artist. Give them some love. A like and share will help their numbers out entirely possible by doing that. And or just tell them that Rollen wrecked your favorite song. It's all good. Just go give them a little traffic.
motherfucker! Yeah! Bring it on! Shut the fuck up! Get up! You got that right! It's time to turn this motherfucker around!
Hey, sometimes I need alone time, but for this one time, I'm all over your ass like cum drying. I heard that they don't like me, that's fine, cause we don't like y'all, and we not like y'all. I'm done trying, I tried dying enough time.
It's already fired. I like the bars. They're bold. They're bold. I heard about Fred's attempt to create that a festival, the excluded, the canceled, the forgotten, the left over, not leftovers, passed overs, forgotten about by the mainstream, even though their grind, their commitment, their music still probably shines. But the mainstream says, I don't want that. I want you to watch Sabrina Carpenter make an ass of herself in underwear and pretend she's filleting guys on the stage. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some bold shit here, too. He went totally progressive and pulled out and, laid a slug on that dude's ass. Gross!
Time, but for this one time, I'm all over your ass like cum drying. I heard that they don't like me, that's fine, cause we don't like y'all, and we not like y'all. I'm done trying, I tried dying enough times. 8 lives, I used all those, I'm on 9. What's up here? If we all really stuck here, is there anybody else who doesn't give a fuck here? Mickey Mouse kids turn rock stars, leaving private schools trying to be outlaws. In the old
I like it a fucking lot. But yeah, numbers don't lie. You could sell out or you could keep it as real as you want to, and the numbers are not going to help you if you're trying to keep it real.
I'm done trying, I tried dying enough times. 8 lives, I used all those, I'm on 9. What's up here? If we all really stuck here, is there anybody else who doesn't give a fuck here? Mickey Mouse kids turn rock stars, leaving private schools trying to be outlaws. And the old heads always trying to kill the vibe, but rock's not dead long as I'm alive. So all around the world, I know you feel this shit. Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't. All around the world, I know you feel this shit. Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't. Silicon Valley, silicone tits, psilocybin in milligrams at the new age fix. The only rare.
Fair enough. You can hate on the Orange King, but didn't he do some solid by pushing forward that hallucinogenics on post-traumatic stress stuff? And fuck people taking sides on that shit. Isn't that good? That's a good thing, right? At the same time, I hear the DMT elves, I hear the machine elves are telling motherfuckers to stop going on tourism trips. So, I'm thinking it gets complicated.
I don't. All around the world, I know you feel this shit. Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't. Silicon Valley, silicone tits, psilocybin in milligrams at the new age fix. The only rare thing left is the New York strip. I heard they want the old me, get off my new age dick. Whips with horsepower, I'm a concrete cowboy. The 100 gabapentin couldn't calm me down, boy. Even with some filler, they couldn't change my lips. Even with some Altoids, I'ma still talk shit. They should've never gave me money, should've kept me in the house like it's 2020. Cause I'm back outside, ain't got nothing to do except piss y'all off, cause I got nothing to lose. So all around the world, I know you feel this shit. Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't. All around the world, I know you feel this shit. Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't. Yeah, when you talk to me, face that fucking face.
Now, we watched a show the other day that was implying that the only reason J metal is growing is because of features, and literally it was just a circle jerk service of baby metal going with every hot and ready now artist to feature on. And I argued that I could go all the way back to Anthrax hooking up with Public Enemy and blow a big hole in the who gets featured. We don't do features, never existed. I just disagreed with the whole thing. But I was just thinking to myself, watching some of the folks in the video, and I would think that a left, forgotten, overlooked festival that was based on a whole bunch of different varieties, bringing all those people together to have a good time instead of just kill each other might be a good idea. Create some unity we ain't seen in a while. I don't know if this is the crossover feature we needed, but I like this a lot. And I'd give anything for new metal to have a brand new heyday on some of that shit. I mean, I miss the crunch and the bass drops, and now I don't mind the bars.
Yeah, motherfucker, it's that fucking face. Yeah.
I can't. It's just what I got to work with. Classy.
They build it up, I tear it down. They build it up, I tear it down. They build it up, I tear it down.
They build it up, I tear it down.
They build it up, I tear it down.
They build it up, I tear it
They
down.
build it up, I tear it down.
I told you, motherfuckers.
All around the world, I know you feel this shit.
Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't.
All around the world, I know you feel this shit.
Wish I had her, wish I was her, wish I gave her, but I don't.
Yeah, when you talk to me,
Face that fucking face. Yeah, motherfucker, face that fucking face. Yeah,
yeah, when you talk to me,
face that fucking face. Yeah, motherfucker, face that fucking face.
Cool. Now I have no, and this is perfect. We're gonna hop right into it, because we got some love on that, so we can.
Never a dull moment in the world of rock music. Machine Gun Kelly just released his highly anticipated new collaboration with Limp Bizkit's legendary frontman.
First and foremost, that was a banger. Fix Your Face, MGK, plus Fred Durst. Over here on Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes, we really think there's something to this rabbit hole of having to snuff out the new metal and the white boys moment, going all the way back to Woodstock there. So I think it's interesting. That thing's a banger right here. I don't care what you think of any of the artists. I really don't. I'm just going by what I heard. I will fucking listen to that again. I like the hook. I like the whole thing. Now I really like this individual shit. Rock Feed here. Go support this channel if you want to hear some good news about the music. He's always on point. Let's go.
Fred Durst. Now, they've been teasing this for weeks, sharing pictures from the music video set. I was really looking forward to hearing what this song sounded like, and just as I had hoped, this is very much a heavy nu metal track, and MGK says this is the first song from the upcoming record, and if this is a sign of things to come, I'm definitely very excited and looking forward to hearing what he has coming out next. The music video looks great. He worked with his longtime collaborator, Sam. He's done his documentary with him as well. And you're seeing this first on Rock Feed because tomorrow everybody's going to be talking about this. Some very interesting lyrics in this song that seem to be pointing at a former collaborator from MGK, none other than Yungblud, who we've talked about also a lot here on this channel. Yungblud has been building a lot of momentum in his career over the last couple of years. That massive, powerful tribute to Ozzy Osbourne changes at Ozzy's final show definitely changed the trajectory of his career, but he's also faced criticism from some of his peers in music like Justin Hawkins from The Darkness and his popular podcast Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Now, as we previously discussed, Hawkins pointed out that Yungblud was previously a Disney kid. Remember that little detail because it's going to be important later. So let's take a look at what's going on with this brand new collaboration between Machine Gun Kelly and Fred Durst. The Cleveland-born rapper turned rock star released the new track earlier today, and within hours, MGK took to social media with a message that will soon have everybody in the rock world talking. The post reads, quote, "I see one particular line is going over your heads. One particular line going over your heads." Some fans are convinced they know exactly who that line is aimed at. Yungblud, the British rock star, a former collaborator of MGK. These two were friends going all the way back to 2019 when MGK and Yungblud first teamed up on the single called I Think I'm Okay, along with Blink-182 drummer Travis Barker. The song exploded, it went 4 times platinum, and it was a big part of MGK's pivot from hip-hop to pop-punk, also helping to launch Yungblud into the American mainstream. A year later, they followed it with Acting Like That. MGK told NME their friendship was like Elton John and Jimi Hendrix. Yungblud said MGK was the reason rock and roll was back. And then, without warning, it all came to an end.
I didn't know Elton John and Jimi Hendrix had a relationship. I'm guess I should be curious.
Rock and roll was back. And then, without warning, it all came to an end. There wasn't any public fallout, there wasn't a statement, seemingly no feud, just a lot of silence. They stopped talking about each other. Two of the biggest acts in rock music seemingly went their separate ways. Until about 7 months ago. That's when Yungblud sat down with Steve-O on his podcast, and he was asked about MGK. He said the following, which was interesting.
Do you know what? Like, again, like early in the day, that he was really supportive of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, really young. Sure. And I love him for that.
He says he was supportive of him, and they, I guess, went in different directions, which is...
Nah, I'm gonna pull this out my ass here. I'm not saying this is real. But I was ranting about MGK and his old girlfriend, and they're going viral for the blood ritual stuff, and skated on a fine line. And then I saw a clip that I think he denounced some of that. And I'm positive in my own corrupted brain that almost all mainstream rock serves Luciferian masters and systems. That the messaging, even if it's not in your heart and you on your deathbed tell you believe something else, the packaging, the messaging, the rhetoric is all designed to lead you to a dark left-hand path. Do what feels good to you, man. Who cares? You're just on this planet for a short time. You better feel good. Now, some of that's on the side I like too, and I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad message. But all the time, ad nauseum, gets in. Becomes like indoctrination.
Fine. And while Yungblud kept things...
And it's the Steve-O. Didn't we just see him praise Baphomet and the Satanic Church as a legit organization? So this is damning to me. Because if you do that and get caught for it once, it lets me know what you're talking about when the cameras are off. I live a real life too. I have conversations that way exceed whatever the fuck I'm saying on this channel. So then whatever bullshit they're packaging, whatever pablum they're creating to get hits, when you get to see behind the curtain every now and then, you have to realize that that's who they really are. That you got to see behind the curtain. Then it got pulled back, and now you get to see the pablum. You get the TV dinner. But the TV dinner is being produced by people who are putting Epstein jerky in it. Yeah, no, that's a stretch there, but I'm just saying.
Problematic with Steve-O, things took a bit of a sharper turn on another podcast, the very popular Osbourne's podcast, hosted by Sharon and Kelly. And what happened on that episode sure seems like it was squarely aimed at one person. You let me know what you think. Kelly Osbourne looked Yungblud in the eye at one point and said,
"Because you have such a sense of style that has been ripped off."
Yeah.
Ripped off? By who? She never said. But Youngblood's response was interesting. He immediately pointed out his signature pink.
If you look at my pink, this is my favorite pink, and that came from Jamie Reed, Sex Pistols pink. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I loved that. That was it, and that's why I wear this specific pink.
Interestingly enough, there was one artist in the rock world who had, for a time, built his entire brand around the color pink. Oh yeah, MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. Pink hair, pink guitar, pink everything. He literally named his 2022 documentary Life in Pink. The pink era started in 2020, immediately after he and Yungblud had worked together. So when Kelly Osbourne says someone ripped off Yungblud's style and Yungblud is defending where his pink came from, seems like there was one very obvious person in the room they were talking about without saying his name. And now, tonight, the highly anticipated track is finally out.
Am I missing the point that he literally gives up, that he took it to pay homage to someone else? Now, a whole pink period is a little different. I mean, I guess getting obsessed over it isn't the same as a shout out with the color, right? Now, I'm not saying it's real, not real or not. But once again, it sure seems like if the initial point is I was paying homage to the Sex Pistols, then none of you original anyways. What's the point? Move on. Do your cosplay and get over yourselves.
Out everywhere in the world. And this is where things get...
Until you come up with something fresh and new, why don't you just admit you cosplaying as someone else to give credit to them, because you can't, give them the reach around or the blowy that you want to give them, and just accept it. I don't. I just saw a meme, and like the left discovered tectonic plates, and it basically pointing out how there's this whole group of youthful people who don't understand anything happened, and that people already know all this shit. And it's like, hey, welcome to the party. Maybe you should ask why you weren't taught a fucking thing. Should ask why your education was so poor that you misinterpret almost everything. And you think someone born 20 years ago knows their ass from a hole in the ground and is creating fresh new shit. Yeah.
Anticipated track is finally out everywhere
It was
in the
a banger.
world. And this is where things get really interesting. MGK has seemingly responded, and there is not much ambiguity here.
Mickey Mouse kids turn rock stars, leaving private schools trying to be outlaws.
Because here's what MGK appears to be referencing.
Oh shit, it was the hook. Oh shit, it was the hook. I didn't realize. I just thought the hook was catchy as hell. I liked it. That's funny. I have strong opinions on that dead bar, because I didn't know, is he really a trust fund kid? Is he a rich boy? A LARPing as a rock star because that's what he wants to do. Because once again, I'll reference someone who he got all his own up and downs, but he loved MGK, and I'm more of an upchurch guy, and build that shit up from nothing, and then stay independent the whole time, even as your friends are fucking ripping you off. I think. I don't respect. I was bitching about it earlier, but I'm not a big fan of the buy-in. And I just found out about intelligence and that whole thing. And it turns out that the bottom half of high intelligence people, the poor people with high intelligence, almost never capitalize on the intelligence. We lose out on some of the greatest thinkers because they don't got the buy-in money. What music do we miss out on because the mainstream tells us to consume something else? And how many people are capable of unplugging from the mainstream and their influence? They're valid fucking questions.
Yungblud was, in fact, a Disney kid. In 2016, Yungblud played a character named Oz on a Disney UK original series called The Lodge. A full-blown Mickey Mouse kid, and according to multiple reports, Yungblud was also in private school. Mickey Mouse, private school, trying to be an outlaw.
Oh, yeah.
MGK didn't name him, he didn't have to. Every word of the lyric lines up with Youngblood's resume. A Disney Channel actor, turned rock star, raised in private education, now apparently leading the charge on rock and roll authenticity. And Machine Gun Kelly just put it in a song.
That's where I guess okay, here you go. Cult members and according to what I heard, gatekeepers. I found the Ozzy tribute show to be lackluster at best, and wheeling him out on his deathbed for one last gig was not that cool. I had seen Ozzy plenty of times. I just never found him to be an entertaining entertainer in the first place. I think innovative music and helped blow up what bands finally got that shit right. But then, I like Sabbath. I just don't like Sabbath that much. It's like Zeppelin. God forbid you don't like Zeppelin. I don't really like Zeppelin. I don't like Hendrix. I don't like any of that. I like Steve Vai guitaring on, right? Eddie Van Halen guitaring on. Shit like that. Hey, there's gray area and caveats to all that, of course.
With Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit, rock star, raised in private education, now apparently leading the charge on rock and roll authenticity. Yeah. And Machine Gun...
I'm not sure mainstream music has any authenticity, to finish that rant.
Kelly just put it in a song with Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit hyping him up in the background. Yeah. Interesting tidbit there. Yungblud was scheduled to be on tour with Limp Bizkit late last year and abruptly dropped off the tour. And as of tonight, Yungblud has not responded. I am telling you, you're going to be seeing everybody talking about this tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll catch more. We'll let it.
So I want to know what you think down in the comments below.
Nah, go give your love, pay that shit forward. That's the only reason I think I don't mind using people's clips. I think you should go over there and support them. And then you can add up on your both hands how many times I've asked you to support me. Go support the where we actually listen to. Because I was just going to listen to it on my own, right? I mean, I just wanted to hear it. I'd have done almost all of this shit on my own. So they just, circle of life. MGK featuring Fred Durst, Fix Your Face, appears to have some direct shots at Yungblud. Interesting. Cool. Later.